What's everyone saying? It's your boy Summer Exposed back again. I'm here today at London Euston Station and I'm gonna head on a train to head on another train. I'm gonna be heading on the train journey that only costs £1. I actually took £1 with me today. £1, yeah? This train journey will cost £1. But first we need to get down to Bletchley. My train's in about 20 minutes. I'm actually on time for once. I need to go collect my tickets, get myself a meal deal, and head inside because it's a bit chillier than I expected today. Let's go. I'm heading down the road on a cheeky Lunwood train up to Bletchley to travel on the £1 railway, the Marston Vale line. But first, it's time to collect my tickets and grab a meal deal. Essential activities first. Birmingham New Street. I was just about to say, because I'm on the Birmingham train, that one is always full. And I was like, okay, I knew what platform it was platform 6. To be fair, it is like 12 minutes before it goes. So let's get down to the platform, let's get on this train and let's head up to Bletchley. Very busy train. So we're gonna walk all the way to the front. Let's see how it goes. Let's actually discuss more about this £1 train journey and why it's actually £1. We'll be travelling on the Marston Vale line, operated by London North Western Railway, which runs between Bletchley, south of Milton Keynes on the West Coast Main Line, and Bedford on the Midland Main Line. The line features 12 stations, is 12 kilometers long, and is a surviving piece of the Varsity line, soon to be partly reopened as East-West Rail, which ran between the two infamous university cities of Oxford and Cambridge. The line has had an interesting history over the last couple of years. In 2019, it was the first line to start operating the D train, Class 230 sets, which were old District Line D78 stock trains converted and retrofitted as diesel-electric multiple units following their retirement from the London Underground after 37 years of service. The conversion of these D78 stock trains into the D train was pioneered in 2015 and overseen by manufacturer Viva Rail, who aimed to provide a low-cost solution for new rolling stock on the railway network to replace the many aging pieces of metal still cutting about, such as these, the Class 150s. D trains were to be introduced to the Isle of Wight, the Welsh Valleys and the Great Western route out of London, with exciting plans for the development of fast charge battery technology. Let's just say it didn't really work out. A lot of money dollar was spent on trying to make it work. Viva Rail went bust in 2022. And on that day, D trains on the Marston Vale line went poof, put in a box and thrown to the side to gather dust. This is because the trains were maintained by Viva Rail themselves. As reported by Rail magazine, West Midlands Trains, which is also Lunwa, rejected a proposal for continued maintenance due to increasing costs and a lack of warranty support amongst other reasons. This is unlike Great Western, the Isle of Wight and Transport for Wales, who had all developed varied mitigations to continue using their fleet of D trains. That meant no trains for the folk on the Marston Vale line and a bus replacement service which lasted from December 2022 till November 2023. And guess what trains came to save the day? The Class 150s, the exact trains the Class 230D trains were supposed to replace. As you'll see when we travel on the line, there's only certain trains out there that could work well enough with the constraints of the Marston Vale line. Since the line has reopened, there's been a promotion pushed by London North Western Railway and the Marston Vale Community Rail Partnership, with fares being sold at just £1 for trips along the line, with the child fare being 50 pence. Initially only running for 3 months from February 2024 to May 2024, the promotion was recently extended all the way till August 2024, meaning there was no reason for me to get my wide self down to Bletchley and whip out the Amex to buy a ticket. Right, you find me here in Bletchley. I've got 10 minutes to my train. It's actually around right behind me there. I would stay a bit longer here, but the trains are every hour. I do want to come back here, to be fair. Bletchley Park is just across there. And also I want to come back. Milton Keynes is down the road. Do a video of Milton Keynes. Maybe I should. So as I've got a rail card, I've actually paid 65 pence instead of £1. Tactical, huh? Busy train today. I think because on the other side, so at Bedford, there's no other train services. So most people are probably getting the train from here to get up to Bedford. But let's jump on. I need to find a seat, man. Ooh. The last time I was on the Marston Vale line was when they had the class 230 D trains as such. Back on my Instagram was just like a Finsta. I literally just like journaled journeys around the UK and whatnot. It's terrible quality, but it was quite interesting actually going on it for the first time, for like going on a D-stock train on the main line with a diesel. But then of course now they're not here anymore. It's back to the 150s. Northern Rail, USB as well, so I'm not complaining. I might actually charge my phone because Samsung. Ooh. Each station on the Marston Vale line seems to have a Friends of group, who are local community groups who adopt the station and help to improve the passenger experience at these locations. As you might see, there'll be murals, planting, cafes and all. We'll be looking out for them as we head down the line. Here we leave Bedford. Our journey is scheduled to take around 45 minutes, calling at each station on the route. First stop is Fenny Stratford, a single platform station on the edge of Bletchley. Once the train leaves, the line goes from single track to double track. Under the A5 road we go. We head into the next station, Bow Brick Hill, with 2 platforms staggered across a level crossing. This station is right nearby Red Bull's racing headquarters. Formula 1 anyone? Next stop is Woburn Sands, 2 platforms near a level crossing. You can start to see a pattern in terms of the former station buildings, which all seem to have a similar design. Woburn Sands is the largest of the settlements, other than Bletchley and Bedford of course, along the route. Aspley Guys, 2 platforms staggered across a level crossing. Under the M1 motorway we go. The next stop is probably the most notable one on the line, Ridgemont, home to 2 platforms, the infamous Ridgemont Tea Room and Heritage Centre, in the customary former station building, and where your lost Amazon parcel has probably ended up. There's an Amazon warehouse nearby, by the way. The signalling centre is also located here, home of the magician that controls where the trains do and don't go on the line. Lidlington, 2 platforms, staggered across a level crossing. And it also features this very nice mural. Millbrook, 2 platforms, customary former station building, and the nearest station to the Millbrook Proving Ground, one of Europe's largest vehicle testing centres. You won't see me there any day soon though, I can't even drive. Pain. Here's where you can also get off for the smartly named Forest of Marston Vale, where there's trees, grass, and water. Well, I hope. Stuartby, 2 platforms, staggered across a level crossing. Now, the land between Stuartby and the next station, Kempston Hardwick, is a bit desolate to say the least. It's the former site of the Stuartby Brickworks, which at its height was the largest brickworks in the world. It closed in 2008, and since then most of the works have been demolished. In 2023, Universal Studios, big boys, bought much of the land between the 2 stations with the aim of building their first European theme park, to be open 365 days a year, featuring over 500 hotel rooms, and estimated to generate £50 billion of economic benefit for the UK. The proposed theme park would actually involve the closure of both Stuartby and Kempston Hardwick, with a new replacement, a new station to better serve the complex. I wonder if that also involves an increase in service. Speak of the devil, 2 platforms in the middle of nowhere, Kempston Hardwick. Actually, if you've got some Sainsbury's clothes on right now, they probably came from the chunky distribution centre down the road. I will say, why are there so many distribution centres around here? What's going on? They seem to love that here. Next up, Bedford St John's. This actually used to be a much larger station, and it used to be Bedford's only station. You can see here the infilling of the former railway with a surface car park. When the Varsity line closed down, it was downgraded to just a little estacion, with probably one of the shortest platforms I've seen in a while. As we get into Bedford, we get treated to the view of multiple Class 700s stabled in the sidings, because there were no trains south of Luton the day I filmed this, meaning it would take me like nearly an hour and a half to get back into London, rather than the 40 or so minutes on a normal day. I'd have to go through Luton, man, and Hitchin. Nevertheless, it's been a nice ride on the 40-year-old Class 150s down to Bedford. All for £1, or 65 pence if you're a railcard fanboy like me. I got chatting to the very nice driver whilst we waited for the train to head back out, who gave me all the goss on the Marston Vale line and driving the 150s. Before I realised that if I don't get on the train down to Luton now, I'll have to stay in Bedford for another 20 minutes. Oh. So I'm here at Bedford. I've just come off that 150 there. The only trains running from here are to Bletchley or to Luton, because there's no trains Luton South or up north. I think this is actually my train, so I need to head up across. It leaves in 2 minutes. I'm gonna head down the long way to London. Let's make sure we don't miss this. If you like the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Bros. Let's get on this train, and I'll catch you in the next one.